It's SPSK's 11th birthday. Over the last 11 years, we've interviewed hundreds of people in the disability community while raising millions of dollars for the people we met. These videos have changed the way that millions of people around the world think about disability, inclusion, and friendship.
We started this channel when we were only 26, and if you can believe it, Chris just turned 37 earlier this month.
It's so funny to look at the pictures of us when we first started. We look like little babies.
So young, but so eager. Chris is always telling me that he can see us making these videos and continuing this work well into our 50s.
I think about it, I often have daydreams about me in my 50s or 60s with gray, potentially bald, who knows, can't control those things, but that is a very appealing daydream to me. I want to do this work forever. It brings me so much joy and fulfillment. Yeah. I never want it to stop.
Absolutely, but lately there's been this sort of change in YouTube, and it's really been this kind of dark cloud over what we do, and it's really made us question whether or not that future is even possible anymore.
It's really the first time we're wondering, what is the future of SPSK?
Yeah, and it's a constant dark cloud over what we do and how we look at the future.
It's become crystal clear to us that to keep SPSK alive for another 10 years, we're going to have to shift to an audience-supported model. In just a moment, we'll go into detail about what's changed and how it's impacting our channel. But first, we'd like to ask your support to keep this channel going. If these interviews have meant something to you, and you want to see us continue to keep making them, please consider supporting us on Patreon for $5 a month.
If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's a really cool way to support creators directly, and it will allow us to continue making these videos regardless of algorithm changes. There's a link to sign up to support our Patreon in the descriptions below and in the comments. It's really easy to sign up, and if for whatever reason your financial situation changes, you can cancel anytime at the click of a button.
No pressure at all.
We just really appreciate any support that you can give to our mission.
I just want to be crystal clear here. Our content will remain for free on YouTube for everyone to access, and your $5 a month donation will make that possible. We never intend on putting our content behind a paywall. In the past 11 years, we've never taken a sponsorship. Not once done a sponsored post, and we've only mentioned our Patreon twice in 11 years. That's because we truly believe in only asking for help when it's needed. And right now, it is needed.
Over the last few years, YouTube has changed a lot, and I mean drastically. It's been this gradual shift towards short-form content, while long-form content like ours is shown less and less.
And at first, it was just a little bit. We noticed it going that way. And then all of a sudden, about a year ago, we experienced a 60% drop in impressions and revenue almost overnight, and it hasn't recovered.
No, it just boils down to the fact that YouTube just isn't showing content like ours anymore.
As YouTube prioritizes short-form content, it means there's way less space for long-form videos like ours. When we started SPSK, I was a middle school teacher to kids with disabilities. I wanted to create a world that was kinder, more inclusive, and more understanding for my students. That's always been the goal of these videos, but YouTube has changed. Today, YouTube is competing with other platforms who prioritize short, fast content, so they have to do the same to stay competitive. Our videos are different.
Yes, they are.
They're slower, they're longer, they ask you to sit and listen, they ask you to be present. In today's ecosystem, that just doesn't work anymore. Our videos encourage togetherness and being with people, when what these platforms want is endless scrolling. And because of that, our videos are being shown to fewer and fewer people, with a 60% drop in the last year. And the following is the reason we ask for your support today. To make each video, I travel to the home of the person or family being interviewed.
Yeah, behind every video, Chris is getting in an airplane, buying a rental car, booking a hotel, traveling directly to meet individuals and families at their homes. Often because the people that we're featuring, the stories, they can't travel to meet us. But also, he does it, I think, for a more important reason. And to be honest, that's just to make sure that everyone feels confident and comfortable in a space and an environment that is safe for them. Everyone isn't used to speaking on camera, And getting to share your story is a rare opportunity. So we do everything in our power to make sure that people feel empowered to do just that.
I often sit with the person in their home for an hour and have a cup of tea before even turning on the camera, just so they can feel comfortable in an interview scenario.
Yeah. So traveling is an essential part of the job, but it's also an expense.
Yeah, and it's about $1,000 for every interview you see here.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the past few years, everything's gone up, unfortunately. So that is why we are shifting to this audience support model. As this algorithm promotes shorter content, we want to be free to continue doing what we've always done, with the purpose of creating a more inclusive world, regardless of what the algorithm wants us to do.
And this is a full-time job for both of us. We do all of the logistics, the travel, the planning, the filming, the editing. It really is a full encompassing job that we feel so blessed to do.
I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And honestly, I can see myself doing it until the day I die, and I want to. Often you see YouTubers becoming, it's silly, but like boxers or podcasters, or, they use it to pivot to something else. I've never had the desire to do that. I want to do this until I no longer can. Meeting these people and just giving them a platform to share their story has brought me so much joy and purpose, and I know, Alyssa, it means the same to you. We talk about it often, and we want to keep doing it.
Yeah. Not only do we want to keep doing it, but we want to keep doing it the way we feel called to do so, and that's with these long-form videos, giving people a real chance to share their story, asking people to take a minute of their time to really sit down and be present and reflect on everything a person's saying. When we say we want to keep doing this, forever, as long as we can, we really mean it. SPSK isn't just a job to us. It's this incredible calling that we've been, in this journey, and so lucky to find ourselves on. It's a huge piece of our identity. It's rooted in who we are as people.
We've really been singularly focused on it for 11 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's our entire world in some ways. The people that we interview, they're also friends. They become friends. They become family. It's hard to separate SPSK from us. It feels also, like it's just an intrinsic part of who we are and how we live our lives.
It absolutely is. And something that I find very motivating is that even as YouTube prioritizes short form content, we're still getting the same number of interview requests.
Yeah.
People who want us to come to their home. There's been thousands and thousands over the years, and that amount of people requesting interviews hasn't slowed down at all. There's so many people who want to share their story with our audience, and we want to continue doing this. Thank you so much for your support. We always say that SPSK has one of the best communities on the internet, and we truly believe that. I have the desire to keep filming these interviews for as long as humanly possible, and with your support, we believe that'll be a long, long time.
Thanks for considering supporting us through Patreon so we can continue making these videos and sharing these incredible stories from people all over the world. It means so much to us.